Hi, I'm Nooraine Fazal. I recognize as a parent, it's a very challenging decision for you to take. Where should I send my child to school? It's probably going to be one of the most critical decisions that you take as a parent for your child. So here are some questions to reflect on. One of the critical questions is, why go to school at all? What is the purpose of education? What is the purpose of life? What is the world going to look like over the course of the next 60, 70 years? What kind of schooling is going to equip your child to succeed in this ever-changing, dynamic world? I'm going to invest the next few minutes in helping you answer these questions. Over the past 14, 15 years, I've spoken to thousands of parents. They all pretty much want the same thing for their child. They want their child to be safe. They want them to be happy. They also recognize that the world around them is changing. So they want a holistic development, holistic growth. They want their child to be able to take decisions about what they want to do with their lives and to excel in whatever it is that they choose to do. They want them to be good human beings. Most parents recognize that the world around them is changing. They recognize that the traditional measures of success, as in getting good marks in a board exam, getting good admission into college, is not necessarily a guarantee for success. People are beginning to realize that it's not enough to excel individually, especially when the social and physical infrastructure around us is absolutely crumbling, and humanity as a whole is failing to deal with the challenges that the 21st century is bringing. The world that our children are inheriting is increasingly complex, thanks to exponential growth in technology and globalization. This is leading to opportunities and challenges of a nature and scale we've never experienced in our lifetimes. Let's think about some of them. Climate change, ring a bell? Access to the internet, to social media on a 24/7 basis. This, along with our desire for identity, our quest for dialogue and for relevance. And of course, we've got increasing gap between the rich and poor, access to jobs, access to good education, power and wealth. Add to this, you've got AI thrown into the mix, which is leading us to question what it even means to be a human being in the 21st century. There are going to be jobs and careers which are probably not even created as yet. And yet, our education system has pretty much stayed the same over the last few decades. So it's really time to look at new ways of learning for the new world. What students need to learn are really life skills. They need to learn how to ask the right questions, or to ask questions, not just to know answers to questions. They need to be able to identify and grapple with the many problems that we as a society and a world are experiencing. They need to learn how to collaborate with each other to come up with solutions. They need to learn to be entrepreneurial. They need to learn to be change makers, to be human, to be happy, to really dig deep within and to be resilient. The new world requires new learning. It requires us as educators, as schools, as teachers, as leaders to experiment, to innovate, and even take the odd risk. Students really need for us to model these behaviors. Inventure Academy was established to create a blueprint for the kind of education that the world requires. Our belief at Inventure is that each and every one of us is a unique human being. Each one of us is born with a certain unique potential, a unique talent. We each have our strengths, our development needs, and learning preferences. It's important, therefore, for education to really help us get exposure, to help us be the best that we possibly can be and contribute to making the world around us a better place. The way we measure our success at Inventure is quite ambitious. We really measure our success in terms of our ability to help every student excel in academics, one chosen co-curricular activity, and to be prepared for life. And really, no matter what measure of success you take, traditional or otherwise, you'll find that Inventure is meeting this. So let's look at some of the more traditional ones. Board exams. We've had 34 national and international board toppers in the board exams over the last 6 years. Asset. Last year, our school was in the top 10 schools across math, science, social studies, and English. We have almost 80 students representing various clubs, the state and the country across a range of sports. We have students who have acted in movies, who've cut albums and are performing across the country. College admissions. We've had some brilliant admissions. Students are currently studying at Stanford, at Berkeley, LSE, King's, Imperial, Cambridge, Georgia Tech, Carnegie Mellon, Ashoka here in India, National Law School. So the other great measure is actually students want to come back to Inventure and become teachers here. Inventure Academy is literally creating thousands of change makers through our innovative musical productions, our community outreach program where we've adopted a government school, our voice, our change maker challenge, our youth parliament, where we're empowering children to have a voice in the future that they're inheriting. They have a say in areas such as cyber safety or education policy, child safety, and Bangalore's notorious lakes. The one measure which really stands out at Inventure is just how happy our students and faculty are. I think having a student-teacher ratio of less than 7:1 really helps each and every member of our community to really find themselves in a very safe and nurturing environment. The key to achieving this has been Inventure's innovators' mindset and the desire and ability to put our learning community at the front and center of everything we do. Don't just take my word for it. Come and visit us on our beautiful 36-acre green campus. Look forward to welcoming you. Thank you.